audio balance, but anyway. Guys, welcome out again to the indie preview session. My name is Baer, and this game here is called Try. It's a game by Rat King Entertainment. You can find this on Desura, which is the platform that I have it on right now. It's also on the Steam Greenlight Vote, so if you go search Steam Greenlight for Try, it's T-R-I, as you can see right here in the emblem. You can find this and you can vote for it on Steam, and I'm going to give you a few reasons why you should do that, because I'm actually having a pretty damn good time with this game. I'm going to go ahead and load up, and we'll jump into, I believe, what is probably the third or fourth level of the game here. And the music is very interesting. You can notice that right off the bat, as I'm sure you did. It's a very, very unique sound. It's got like the old, I think it's like an old Chinese or Japanese, you know, Zen kind of vibe to it, where you got a lot of very interesting instrument sounds. The look of it kind of reminds me of the Badger game. Oh, what was that called? Man, I did a barely played video of it, and now I can't remember what the name of the game is, but it's got a really nice look. It's got an aesthetic similar to that, I think. Oh my god. Somebody please remember what that game is. Shelter, yes, thank you. Shelter is the name of the game. Thank you, J-Knob. Silly not remembering that. Yeah, it looks a lot like Shelter in places, and I think, well, obviously, more of a three-dimensional element, but anyway. So here's the name of the game. It's a first-person puzzle exploration adventure game. You can place things using the try that you get. I think it's about the second level of the game. You can place things down at certain points where you click your mouse, and you can create triangles like this. If you create a red triangle like that, unfortunately you're not able to use it. But if you create a yellow triangle like so, if I can manage to make one happen, there we go. We can solidify it by pressing E, and then we're going to be able to actually climb up on that and use it to gain leverage or access to other areas, which is a really interesting mechanic. So if we go over here and I can actually start, you know, employing that into the puzzle side of things. Use the triangles wisely. Using them dumbly makes this a lot harder, you know. There's our spirit guide, unfortunately. Doesn't look like there's or sound like, rather, that there's any voice acting whatsoever to be found in this game, which is, you know, it's fine. It's a budget title, something going for Steam Greenlight, not really the biggest expense that they should really be considering. But, you know, I like to imagine the kind of voice this gentleman has anyway. He's kind of a silly dude, dancing around and being ethereal and whatnot. The game is called Try, Julian Killer. It's available on Desura. You can also find it on Steam Greenlight. If you're watching this on YouTube, you'll find the description, in the description, links where you can download this for yourself or purchase this for yourself, rather, as well as voting for it on the Steam Greenlight page. So here's another gap that we're going to be able to navigate, hopefully. Of course, what we could do is just drop straight down there and see if there's a path to go maybe through that doorway. We can find something, which there usually is. And that's something that I kind of like about this game, is there's not really a wrong path. It kind of looks like right now our obvious option is to, you know, create these platforms here and try to cross over this way, which we totally can do, and that's perfectly valid. But at the same time, if we didn't want to do that, we could totally just drop down here. Of course, there's no fall damage, so it wouldn't be that big of a problem. And we can, you know, teleport back up in this direction. I mean, that's, I think, a bad example, because that instance, it just kind of takes you back to here and it makes you do it again. But what I wanted to mention is that in a lot of instances, it will actually have alternate pathing that you can use, or you can take, rather, to, you know, try to get to a certain point again. And my point is being completely annihilated in this particular instance, but trust me when I say that that's actually the case for a lot of the game, and that was, you know, just a poor place to demonstrate that. Yes, the long fall boots tech is in full swing here. So now, as you can see, it becomes kind of intuitive to a degree when you're trying to create these triangles to cross over into various areas of the game. They automatically will apparate, I guess is the word I want to use, when you create a certain area and then you're able to move on to it simultaneously, and you'll be able to move on across these gaps like so. And you can actually quickly get rid of the points that you've created by using a right click. So it's all pretty damn simple, pretty easy to get used to, and oh god, that was dumb. Whoops. Well, at least now, hey, we don't have to go all the way back. Instead, we have to just go back to where we're already making progress to. Of course, you can see now that if you create triangles that are easy to navigate across, it's going to be much easier for you to get back to the point you want to be. And there we go. As I said again, just quickly get back to the point of interest. And there's the Desura link. Yes, thank you, Seymour, for dropping that in the chat there. Okay. So now we've created a bridge across this place here, and it kind of led me to a point that I wanted to discuss as I was creating that massive bridge over there. The fact that it does feel a little bit slippery at times. I noticed that a lot of my movements didn't feel as precise as I would like them to match up to my ideas of where I was moving around. And although I should say to its benefit that this particular interaction is actually pretty damn responsive and easy to get used to. Just moving all these boxes around and stuff, which is surprisingly a whole bunch of fun sometimes. Alright, see you, Gaveric. Thanks for coming, buddy. And there are these statues as well, and I suppose I should point out the actual objective of what we're doing here. As I mentioned, it's a first-person puzzle adventure exploration game, and the objective here, if you can see on the top right corner of the screen there, you see there are 3 silhouetted Anubis-looking structures. What we're trying to do is find those 3 structures inside of all of these areas and clear out the gate that is blocking our progress that way. And as you can see there, I was creating a red triangle for the most part as I was trying to skip up this next platform. There are quite a few instances where it's just going to be a matter of finding the sweet spot where you're actually going to be able to cross over. There's a good sampling of the music there as well. I think it's fitting the musical style. I mean, it's not going to be there all the time. It gives you just kind of a nice little ambient feel to it. The silence actually kind of contributes to the aesthetic overall. I think the silence makes it feel as though it's this deep, mysterious place, and you know, you're not really sure entirely what's going on. Or it could just be a shortage of budget, which is fine too. But I like to take the positive approach to it if I could. Yeah, those statues that we're collecting, though, that's just kind of an additional task. I haven't gotten far enough into it yet to decide whether or not that'll provide some kind of secondary objective, but I think it's more along the lines of just a collectible thing that you don't really need to worry too much about. You're on the right way, probably because there is no wrong one. Exactly, that was the point I was trying to make earlier, but then you ruined it! It's not your fault, though. Alright, which way do I need to go now? It looks like I came back into here. I think there's another path I can take. If I go over in this direction. Here we go. So here's another mechanic that I didn't realize until I had just gotten to this point of the game here. You can only delete triangles that don't support other tries, meaning if you tried to delete this, it's not going to let me because, as you can see here, there are some that are in the back and some that are in the front. So I believe if I get back here and try to delete this one like so, it's not going to let me. So there's going to be certain points where you're not able to actually delete things just because, you know, they're all kind of supporting each other, and that's just kind of the way it is, I guess. There are usually ways to get around that. For example, in this section in general, it makes it difficult to try to get through things, but at the same time you can also usually get around that and find your way. Of course, we want to go down here too. If we were being linear about it, we would realize that the overall objective is probably just to get up to this point and get across that bridge and move on to the next area. And oh, I like this too. It's so abstract. I think that's my favorite thing about it. Alright, so let's see if there's maybe a secret little hidden path we can get through over here. Ah, there we go. Second hidden little Anubis statue. So we have 2 of 3 now, meaning that we only need 1 more in order to get out of this area and on to the next one. But of course, we've only found, I think, like 4 out of the 19 statues we need, so we might want to try to find a few of those. And I think I might need to create a little platform so we can get back up this way. There we go. And, oh, hey, we can delete that. Not that it does much for me, but that's okay. Alright, so we have our 3rd statue over there, which means we're going to want to try to create a bridge over troubled water. And I think I mentioned it, but I think I wanted to touch on it a bit more about the depth of field. It's kind of confusing at first. It took me quite a while to realize, you know, like, how easily I could manipulate over to certain points of the game. But now that I've gotten accustomed to it a little bit, it feels kind of natural to just be able to look further down the road and determine whether or not I'm going to be able to reach a certain point on the map. So let's see if I can maybe make a big old one there. There we go. Very nice. I want to reach up to that if I can, so I think I'm going to have to go for this, and that is not going to help me at all. Let's maybe create it a little bit further down here. There we go. That's going to look better for me. And if I can manage to go like this, perfect. And there we go. Nice. There's 9 of 19 statues. So here's the thing, though. You know, I imagine that if I were a crazy man, I'd be able to create just like this massive series of bridge triangles all around this area. Be able to maybe even like get up on top of these statues and that kind of thing, which would be crazy. But I don't consider it completely impossible, because I feel like, oh god, and there's our fox friend. She kind of shows up out of the blue, willy-nilly, and disappears. Guides me along the proper path. Yes, you can make infinite platforms. That's a good question. So yeah, you can make as many as you want, and they're quite easy to create. And of course, the try language means that you're just making infinite platforms. It does grade you. It doesn't give you any sort of actual grade, but it does show you how many you've used and how many you've deleted over the course of a level, which I imagine is going to play into, you know, some sort of graded scale at some point in the future of this game. I can't not anticipate that that'll be the case. Let's go ahead and maybe get through here. It is Michael A. L. Fox, isn't it? So, I've gotten up to this point, and I think this is a particular area that gave me a little bit of trouble, so let's maybe see if we can get through this together here. So yeah, the sound design overall, I feel, is maybe a bit of a weakness. The little pops of the tries, I like, you know, like I like the overall sound of that. But at the same time, I feel like it may have stood for a bit more variety. It can kind of get to the point where you don't want to hear it anymore. I mean, that's kind of unavoidable, I suppose. I mean, like, maybe later on the overall mood of everything will change, and we'll be able to, you know, create some kind of different feel and tone to it all. But as for this particular point in time, I'm starting to feel as though I've heard everything 40 times, and not much I can do about that, I suppose. Is the maximum triangle size decided by side length or area? I'm almost positive that it has nothing to do with the size of the actual triangle itself, and I think it has just about everything to do with what you're trying to create out of it. So let's see if maybe I can get something going there. Okay, so that's a very interesting triangle that we just created here. But it actually worked out to my benefit there. So yeah, we can see, for example, if we try to create a massive triangle here, it's not really that big of an issue. But if we try to create one that had a point of connection that was too far away from everything else, I think that would be the only thing that would cause any problems. Alright, creating feels. That is a very good question. Thank you for asking that. Alright, let's see. So I imagine if I tried to create a big one over here. So here's another good example of that. So like if I try to do this, that shouldn't be a problem. There we go. And yeah, there we are. So this actually isn't even that troublesome. I know there's another statue down there, but I don't really feel like I need to go down there and grab it. I think we're gonna go ahead and get the hell on moving with this. Looks like there's another statue up there, and there occasionally will be too. There'll just be like points in the floor where you just straight up fall through. It's kind of be a giant FU sometimes, but I also enjoy that because it kind of keeps you on your toes, makes you rethink your approach to certain things. So it looks like we're going to be dropping down back into the main area here. And, oh my god, I didn't realize you could totally destroy things from that far away. Maybe we should look at the possibility of getting over there. Yeah, that's a good idea. Alright, oh, there's another statue over here. Nice! Oh man, I almost completely missed all this stuff. It's kind of crazy too, you can go pretty damn far with these things, but there is a limit. So we go like that. And, so normally what you'd be forced to do is try to touch it, but you can also press E and you can automatically, they had a word for it, but it's basically just like create the triangle, make it an actual thing. I like to kind of be safe too, so like I like to create every possible gap just to make sure I don't fall down and ruin everything. There's another statue for me, so there we go. We'll be able to find an alternate path over here if we fill this gap in accordingly. There we go, and then just one more big one ought to do it here. Nice. And we have ourselves something crazy. I do like that there's not really a limit to the range as far as creating your triangles from very far away off the map. So here is the area in which we basically say, yes, we're done. So we could go back and try to look for more statues and stuff, but once we found all 3 of the statues, we just want to put them in all 3 pedestals, and then we find ourselves the exit. Like so. And there we've done it, so we completed that one in 15 minutes. We created 48 tries and deleted 8 of our own, and 12 of 19 statues found. So let's go ahead and move on to the next level here. And we fell. Quite far. And there's our fox friend. Alright. I really like so far. I think this is the 4th level that I've played, but I really like how drastically things seem to change as far as the design and the feel of each level, because this has a very particular look to it. This section, as opposed to the one that we were just in, which I'm a big fan of. Oh, hey, friend. You saw Foxman! Must be one of his vile illusions. There is an enemy in this game, and I forget his name, which kind of should give you an idea of just how important that actually is to the overall game. There's a storyline, there's like a villain, I guess, but really it doesn't matter. It's basically just a first-person puzzle adventure game. You know, it's kind of a platformer, I suppose. How much is this? That's a very good question. I want to say $10. Don't quote me on that, but I'm almost positive. It'd be $10 on Desura. If it gets on Steam, which, by the way, the green light link to vote for this is in the description down below if you're watching on YouTube. And guys, if you find the link for that as well, feel free to post that in the Twitch chat. You can vote for this, and it'll probably be on Steam for about $10 as well, I believe. I like this. I like the sounds. I like the music that's coming out of this right now. Yes, there's the link, the information link. You can find it for yourself. Thank you, Seymour, again for dropping that in the chat. All right. Well, I think it's about time I try to figure out what the hell I'm gonna do here. What if I can touch him and do something? Give him a widow nose. Here you go, buddy. All right, so it looks like I want to try to get up there. I could try to fill these out. I wonder what'll happen if I just create a triangle inside of this thing. Nothing? Worth a shot, I guess. Alright, let's maybe try to start scaling up the platforms here. Go ahead and quickly draw out some triangles. Oh, no, that's not gonna do it. So you gotta pick your battles as far as creating the platforms you need to use. I'm gonna create this as far over as I can this way. There we go. It's just gonna be a slight scaling up every single time, and then we're gonna be pretty damn close to reaching this. So if I just create a couple more over this way, this should work out for me. I'm gonna have to crouch underneath here, which I'm really glad that that's an actual mechanic you can use in this game. I'm gonna go like that, and then like this. There we go. And now I should be able to climb up like that. Very good. Alright, so we got a lever here that we can touch, which should, I believe, have opened up a new pathway for us. I'm going to go ahead and jump over here and see if I can maybe get up a little bit higher. I feel as though... Does that wire on the floor or the window do anything? You know, I think that's actually just a guiding wire, so you can see where the switch is that you need to pull. I like the change in the music here now. This is nice. It's pretty easy to grab ledges and climb up for the most part as well, so it looks like we may have reached the peak of the usefulness of this area, unless, we found something secret. Nice. Alright. 1 of 6 statues, so not nearly as many statues in this area, so let's maybe go ahead and see what that opened up for us. Looks like, I think the music is actually conditionally triggered as well, which is very interesting. You would think maybe it would just continually go on. I almost think I would prefer that it did, to be frank. To be a man named Frank. Ah, here we go. Now we've got something new. Yellow triangles now change your gravity as long as you stand or walk on them. That's interesting. Oh, whoa! Holy cow, okay. I'm glad we got to this point, wow. Okay, this is completely different. Honestly, I had no idea that this was gonna happen, guys. This is pretty fantastic. Nice! Wow, that is neat. Okay. So then, clearly that means we're going up here. Walking on triangles needs some exercise. So you guys know these guys aren't native English speakers, I don't think. That is nuts. This game does look perfect for a level editor, you're not wrong. Destroy that from way over here. Okay. So what we can probably do is just create a massive triangle over this way. What are we doing here? That's gonna be a red one. Maybe we wanna destroy these first. Create a big old triangle over this way, perhaps? We'll go like that. No, that's not gonna do it for me. Oh, it's right there. It's right there. There we go. Nice. Alright. So we can do this. Oh, man. Okay. I've got to find a way up there. Oh, hang on now. What if we do this? There we go. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. This is interesting. Oh, man, this is so rad. This is so cool. Oh, it's tripping me out, but I love it. Alright. And, oh god, whoa! Shit. Alright, but this is gonna work now. This game is a little bit unrealistic, you're not wrong. Alright, let's see if maybe I can just reach in there. Oh god! No! Grab the ledge! Immersion broken. Okay. Can we grab... Oh god, it's not gonna let me do this. Sprint away! I'm grabbing this statue. I'm doing this. Maybe if I create another triangle right here. There we go. Go like that. And up we go. There we are. Perfect. Got it. That is insane. Alright. Well, now we gotta find a way back up here, I guess. Let's go like this. And then right up here. Oh wait, that's not the other one. Silly me. So that's an interesting thing, is that we can't just go creating triangles willy-nilly still. We're gonna have to find out ways to utilize the gravity shift to make it work to my advantage here. So let's maybe go like this. That's not gonna work either. The chat is pretty calm now. Oh, this is becoming more calm, I think. Okay, so if I go here, create one over this way, right? No, that's not gonna work. Maybe a little bit lower. There we go. And now we should be able to do this. I would hope so, at least. Maybe a little bit lower here. Oh, I think I'm just basically creating one right on the wall. Oh god. All right. I've got like a full cycle that I'm going through here. I should eventually be able to make this work. Maybe if I create it a little bit higher up, that might work out for me. And, hang on. I'm gonna destroy this first. So let's go like that, and like that. What does the chat say? Oh, the lever! Yes, valid point. Thank you for pointing that out. Whoop. Ruin that. Alright. We can do this. Just walking right along the way. And got it. Oh, damn. Did that switch off my gravity change? No, it didn't. I did do something. Switch Baer. I was really hoping that I would be able to make this work here, so let's see. If I can create just a slight angle right there. Maybe I can get this working. I can create just enough lift. Get this going. Oh, come on now. Work with me, baby. Work with me. There we go. So that's not going to be quite it, but maybe if I go here. There we go. Okay, now we're getting something. Nice. Beautiful. Oh god, this is really tripping me out now. Oh, sweet. Oh my god, this is insane. This game is called Try Mango. It's available on Desura right now, available to vote for on Steam Greenlight as well. Holy cow, this is going in directions I did not anticipate, but I am loving it. Grab that. There you go. Nice. And we got it. Oh, man. Whew. It did get a lot better with that change. It did. Okay. So we've done our third one now, and now we just got... Or, sorry, our second one. And we've got to find a way to get to the third. Let's go ahead and put these down here. Alright. So it looks like I want to get up there. I think that's my objective here. So it's kind of given me an outline of how I can go about climbing these walls. So if I go like this, start off down here, I might be able to get right up like this. No, that's going to be a red one. Alright, so it's got to be... I think it's got to like start here. Maybe if I do a steeper incline off the beginning of it, that might do the trick. There we go. Beautiful. Probably make some bigger triangles here too, but not that big of a deal. Oh, whoop. Jeez. Careful. Alright, gotta make sure I stay on. Do a much bigger triangle to get all the way over here, and then... Got it! Nice! Very interesting. Oh my goodness, this is so rad now. Okay, we can get up there. Oh, that's not gonna do it. Big old steep one, and then we go like this. Nice. Oh, it's so weird when you get up to this point. Oh, and of course, another thing I probably should have mentioned a long time ago is that if you mess up on one particular point, you can just grab that point individually, and then you'll be able to get it. Okay, so it looks like what we need here is 2 crates. If we put 2 crates down on these buttons, then we'll be able to open that gate and get our third Anubis statue. So we have 2 crates. Oh, we have crates right there. Nice. Am I going to be able to carry the crates on the triangles is the question. There we go. There we go. Nice. Alright. Perfect. There's one. And when you pick things up, you can either drop them or throw them, and that is staying on its diagonal side, which makes me happy. My partner's trying to escape by clinging onto the ceiling. You know, I bet there is a statue up here. Let's go ahead and look for one. Let's see if I can make this a yellow one. There we go. Can I do this? I don't know for sure. It doesn't look like it's gonna let me. Oh god. Is it worth it? Is it worth it is the question. I don't know. Oh yeah, that is a yellow one. Nice. Oh, yep. There's sure enough a statue up there. I'm getting that. Totally getting that. Got it. Nice. Alright, let's go get that second box. Those crate physics, right? Okay, here we go. I always forget I can sprint, too. It's probably going to make it a little easier for me. God, it's so trippy right now. There we go. There's our third statue. Nice. You know, a lot of these puzzles aren't really, brain teasers. At least up to this point they haven't been. But I think it's more teaching me right now than it is expecting me to struggle with anything. So that'll probably change in the future. Oh, hey, we've got ourselves a little portal there. Alright. I think I'm good. I think I'm good to get out of here. Although I'm wondering what else we can do. There's nothing underneath that. If we go this way again... Ooh, there might be something we can get to out here. Maybe not. Yeah, I think I'm good. Oh man, I'm very happy that we got to see this element of it, and in fact there could be a lot more just like that, so I think this is a good place to end off and maybe let you guys explore for yourselves what could possibly turn up here and try. So let's go ahead and... Oh, wait, we need to go down. I don't know what I'm doing. We need to go down this way, enter in our third statue, and we have created the exit! We've done it. Very good. Alright, on walls complete, and that is a good time to end the preview. So you guys, this is Try! It is fantastic. I think I'm really a big fan of this game. There's labyrinths, and I'll let that be. I'll let that be where we end off. So that's a good place to say. This is Try. It's currently in alpha, so there are going to be some bugs that you guys will run into. You can also find Rat Kings Entertainment on their website. They also have a Facebook and Twitter. You guys can follow and check them out. Vote for it on Steam Greenlight. I really think it deserves some more attention. It's a very cool game. Yes, it is, Seymour. Thank you for the drop into the link in there as well. You are a good dude. Guys, this has been Try. This has been the indie preview for the BaerTaffy live show November 9th, 2013. So thanks so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and play another session of ads and some more chip tunes for y'all. And thanks so much for watching the entire show. If you stayed here the entire time, y'all are good people. There's the green light link. Thank you so much, Wyvern. If you're watching on YouTube, you can find all the links I was mentioning in the description down below. Thanks so much for coming out, guys. See you in the next show.